Hi, hello, good morning. Today I'm going to teach you guys a little bit about what we've been talking about recently, which is about space. And so what we've been talking about is things when they are farther back in space. So this penguin is farther back than this one. And what we've been talking about is when things are far away from us, they look really small, and when things are close to us, they look larger. So what we did is we're going to do this drawing of a penguin today, and we're going to order them small, medium, and large. And that means that this one is going to be the furthest away. We also know it's the furthest away because it's highest up on the painting or on the piece of artwork. So my littlest penguin is at the top, and my path right here is skinny. So I know that because this is small and because this penguin is small, that it's the furthest away. I know that down here, this penguin is the biggest penguin because it's at the lowest point of the drawing, and it's also the largest penguin. So when things are close, they're gonna look really big. And then I also know that this penguin is close because I can look down here at the path and see that the path is wider at the bottom. So again, that's like moving forward closer to us in space. So skinny at the top, wide at the bottom, and then small at the back and large at the front. Okay, so anytime we're drawing something, we need to keep those proportions in mind. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this, and then when you are done, don't forget to submit a picture to me on ClassDojo, Google Classroom, or email, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So you need a piece of paper. I just use a regular piece of white paper. If you have manila paper, you can use that, or if all you have is notebook paper, that's fine too. Get out your paper and your pencil. I'm going to use a marker like normal so that you can see my lines on my whiteboard. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the horizon line. And the horizon line is where the ground meets the sky. The ground is down here, this glacier, which is a big block of ice. And then the sky is up here. So that line that divides the two is this line right here, this little wavy kind of diagonal line. So kind of at the top of your paper, you're going to make a little wavy diagonal line. Okay, and now we're going to add the path that our penguins are sliding down. And like I said earlier, the path is skinny at the top and wide at the bottom. So the way that you can do that pretty easily is you can make two little lines for yourself and say, okay, I know that my path is going to be skinny at the top. So this is going to be where my path starts and it's skinny. And then I put that on the left side, and then when I go over here to the right side, I know that my path is going to be larger because it's closer to me. So then you can put two guiding lines for yourself at the bottom. So there's my skinny at the top, wide at the bottom. And now all I need to do is connect them. So I'm gonna put my pencil on this line, and I'm gonna come down here with the curved line, connect those lines. Same thing up here. Skinny at the top, wide at the bottom. Okay. Now I'm going to start with the penguin in the back. The penguin in the back is the smallest. I don't want to see you guys do the smallest penguin this small because that's too small and it's not going to make sense. So what I want you to do is you're going to add a small circle in the back, but it's going to be about this size right here, a little bit wider than your path. Okay, so just add a circle. That's our small circle. Now for our medium penguin, we need a medium circle, and the large penguin, we need a large circle. So I'm going to do a medium and then a large. Okay, so the large one at the bottom needs to be a little bit bigger than this one. Okay, so this one's not much bigger than that one. If you want to make it a lot bigger, you can. This is about how mine looks. Okay. Now we also talk about overlapping here because my penguin is not see-through. So I'm not going to be able to see that path through the penguin. So in order to make the penguin on top of the path, I need to erase the line that goes inside the circle. So take that line out on your paper, and then also take this line out right here. So that now your penguin is on top of your path. Okay, so you just have two circles on top of that path line. Okay. Now, the next thing I did was I added the wings or the flippers. I just did a curved line and a curved line like a shark fin. If you have different shapes, you can do a different shape. I just went up, down. Now our small penguin in the back is gonna have the smallest wings or fins. The medium one is gonna have medium size, so make sure they're a little bit bigger than that one. Okay, and my large one is gonna be the largest of all three. Okay, so I'm done with that. Now I've got my wings. The next thing I added was the scarf, and I added the scarf to make it look more like there was more movement. So they're sliding and the wind is kind of blowing really fast. So when we have something circular, we want to put something around it, we want to use a curved line, because if we use a straight line, so here's my circle. If I put something around my sphere or like my globe, but I use a straight line, it doesn't look curved, okay? So when you put something around something that's circular, like a globe, you want to use a curved line, because that actually makes it look like it's round. If I just have my straight line like this, it looks flat, okay? So this is actually gonna give it a little bit more of a dimension, a little bit more of a shape. So when we add our scarves now, you're gonna do a curved line, curved line, curved line, curved line. They kind of like look like belts a little bit. Then I gave my my scarf stripes so that I could use more than one color. So I added these little lines right here and the back. Okay. Now for this shape right here, for the scarves, I just did like a wavy line. And I'm just drawing the little scarf pieces that are kind of blowing in the wind. So I did a curved line up, and these are just those two pieces of the scarf. Okay, one more in the back. And then I went back and added those stripes. And that finishes my scarf. Oh, I also did these guys right here to make it look like there was more wind. So just did a little wavy lines. Okay, one more. All right, the last thing we need to do is small eyes in the back, medium eyes on the medium one, and large eyes on the large one. Same thing with our beak. Small triangle for the beak, medium triangle for this beak, and large triangle for that beak. Okay, so I'm gonna start in the back, small. This one's a little bit bigger, so medium, and then a little bit bigger and large. Okay. All right, and now you're ready to start coloring. I did a small ring of black around the outside so that you could tell they were penguins, because I think without it, they don't really look like penguins. Okay, if you want to add color in the background, you're welcome to add color in the background. Accidentally erased that. Okay, I did 3 different patterns of scarf. If you want to do, instead of a pattern, if you want to do a rainbow, you can do that, but it needs to have some color on the scarf. Now, I also want to talk about your craftsmanship. So your craftsmanship is the way that you color. You guys might remember seeing this chart in my room. The way that you color your projects. So I used my side to side on this project. You can tell my crayon only goes one direction, but I did turn my crayon the direction of the path for when I was coloring this, and that helps it look like there's a little bit more movement. But when you're coloring everything else, I really want you guys to kind of try to reach your crayon. So this is crayon to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know we talked about this if you don't remember, but I'm just kind of giving you a refresher. Your crayon, I want you guys to be at a 4. I think a lot of us right now are really close and we're at 3s, but see right here, I kind of switch directions. I go this way and I get tired and I go that way. But 4, you can tell that it's all one direction and it's all pretty even. So this is what I want yours to look like. I used crayon on this, so I want you guys to use crayon. If you don't have crayon, you can use marker or colored pencil, but I do want you to check and see where you're at as far as your craftsmanship goes, because we're practicing over and over to see if we can get to these 4s right here, okay? So if you need help coloring or if you have questions, send me a message. But again, I want you guys to always make sure you're going one direction, side to side. And if you get tired, don't switch your hand and go this way, because you can tell, right? So if I'm going this way and my hand gets tired from going side to side, I can just turn my paper a little bit, and then now I'm going up and down, but my direction of my coloring never changed, okay? So that's how you get that 4. So turn your paper as you color, not your hand. Does that make sense? Okay, So go ahead and draw this and color this in. Try to reach for your 4. If you have questions or if you need help, just send me a message, and then when you're done, send me an example of your finished work. Good luck and have fun.